Staring at the shower drain after a wash can be a demoralizing experience. You see the clumps of hair caught in the plastic and immediately look for a solution, usually whatever the current algorithm is pushing. But many people find that after weeks of fermenting rice or steeping rosemary, the shedding doesn't actually stop. In some cases, the hair starts to feel brittle, snapping off even faster than before. This brings us to the central debate: rice water versus rosemary water. Most of the conversation online focuses on which of these two is better, as if they are competing for the same job. However, these two liquids target completely different biological issues. Comparing them directly often leads to using the wrong tool for your specific hair type, which is why so many DIY routines end in frustration rather than growth. To understand why your hair might not be responding, you have to look at the two distinct ways hair grows. You are either trying to stimulate the living follicle beneath your skin to produce a new strand, or you are trying to reinforce the dead protein of the hair shaft so it doesn't break. One happens at the root, the other happens at the ends. The stakes aren't just about wasting time. If you apply a treatment designed for internal stimulation to a strand that is structurally failing, you miss the window to save that hair. Conversely, applying a heavy protein treatment to certain types of healthy hair can cause a chemical-like reaction that makes the strand shatter. The data shows that using these incorrectly can do more damage than doing nothing at all. Success in length retention isn't about finding a miracle liquid. It depends on whether you correctly identify if your hair is failing at the scalp or at the shaft. Identifying the specific point of failure is the only way to choose a treatment that actually correlates with your biology. Let's look at rosemary water first. Its domain is the scalp. It is designed to interact with the living tissue and the blood flow surrounding the hair follicle. It does its work beneath the surface, where the hair is still being formed. This cross-section shows the two battlefields. On the left, you see the follicle, the living factory of the hair. On the right, you see the hair shaft, which is essentially dead matter. Notice the jagged edges on that shaft. Those are cuticles that have lifted due to heat or chemical damage. Rice water is designed to smooth those edges, not to influence the factory on the left. When you apply a shaft repair treatment to a dying root, the molecules are simply too large to penetrate the scalp and influence the follicle. They bounce off or sit on the surface, doing nothing for growth. If you apply a root stimulator to those jagged cuticles on the right, it provides no structural support. It's a biological mismatch that leaves the actual problem unaddressed. But there is another layer to this. A specific trait called porosity dictates how your hair absorbs these treatments. It is the variable that determines if a treatment will be absorbed into the strand or if it will sit on the outside and create a brittle coating. Before choosing between these two, you have to realize you aren't just choosing a scent or a trend. You're deciding between an internal physiological stimulant and an external structural patch. Rosemary water is the primary option for those dealing with active shedding. If you notice more hair than usual in your brush or a widening of your part, the issue is likely at the root level. The way rosemary works is through a process called vasodilation. It doesn't just sit on the skin. It encourages a physical change in the blood vessels. As vessels widen, they deliver oxygen and nutrients, waking up resting follicles. Now, look at this chart tracking new hair growth. Over 6 months, rosemary and 2% minoxidil show nearly identical increases in hair count. Rosemary can be just as effective. However, there is a significant trade-off. To see those results, you have to be incredibly consistent. This isn't a once-a-week treatment. The growth phase of the hair cycle, the anagen phase, takes months to show visible progress. Because you are working with the living root, you won't see longer hair in the mirror for a while. There is no instant gratification here. Many stop their rosemary routine at the 8-week mark because they don't see new hair yet. But according to the growth cycle, that's when biological changes take hold. If you quit then, the previous 2 months were a total loss. A major benefit is that rosemary carries a very low risk of damaging the hair strand.
Because it's a water-based scalp treatment, it won't interfere with the structural integrity of your ends. The real cost is the effort. You have to prepare the water correctly, keep it fresh, and apply it multiple times a week. It is a high-maintenance routine that requires you to change your lifestyle for half a year to see the payoff. Rosemary is an effective, evidence-backed tool for root-level loss, but it requires a massive time investment. If you're getting value from this breakdown of the science, please like the video and subscribe. It helps us keep the channel focused on facts rather than hype. Now let's look at rice water. This is an external structural patch. It's used specifically to address damage on the hair shaft that has already grown out. When using rice water, you are coating each strand in starch and a carbohydrate called inositol. This acts as a temporary reinforcement for areas where the hair's natural protein has been stripped away by coloring or heat. This creates the appearance of faster growth. In reality, your hair grows at its normal rate, but because the ends are no longer snapping off during brushing, you actually get to keep the length you're producing. But there is a specific biological risk here called protein overload. This is where the miracle treatment can turn into a disaster. In this diagram, excessive protein creates a hardened shell around the strand. This shell prevents moisture from entering, making the hair rigid. When the hair loses elasticity, it snaps violently. This leads to the exact severe breakage you were trying to fix. There is also the preparation factor. True rice water requires a fermentation process that takes days. Furthermore, the resulting liquid has a very distinct, often unpleasant smell that can be incredibly difficult to wash out completely. Unlike rosemary, rice water is a high-risk, high-reward cosmetic fix. It doesn't change your biology, it just patches the damage you already have. The risk of protein overload isn't about the recipe you use, it's about your hair's structure. Some people can use it every single week, while others will see their hair snap after one single application. Rice water offers the potential for immediate length retention, but it carries the risk of significant damage if your hair type isn't compatible. To choose between these two, you need to understand hair porosity. This is the metric that tells you how much room your hair has to absorb treatments like rice water. You can test this at home with a glass of water. A strand that floats has low porosity. The cuticles are tightly packed. If it sinks, it's high porosity, meaning there are gaps in the strand that need filling. This chart maps your hair issue against your porosity. By finding where you land on this grid, you can see which treatment aligns with your biology. Notice that rosemary occupies the entire bottom half. Because it targets the scalp rather than the strand, it is safe for both low and high porosity hair, provided your goal is root stimulation. Rice water is different. It only fits in the top right quadrant, high porosity hair with shaft damage. If you have low porosity hair and try to use it, you land in the hazard zone on the left. Your hair doesn't have the room to absorb the protein, leading to that brittle snap we discussed. If you are dealing with thinning due to stress or hormones, your path is clear. Commit to the 6-month rosemary routine. Focus entirely on the scalp. If you have high porosity hair that is breaking due to bleach or heat, rice water can serve as a useful patch to help you keep your current length. But if the float test showed you have low porosity hair, avoid rice water. The risk of making your hair brittle is too high. For those who want to address both thinning at the root and damage at the ends, there is a hybrid approach. This illustration shows the hybrid method. You apply the rosemary treatment strictly to the scalp to target the follicles. Then you apply the rice water only to the mid-lengths and ends to protect the shaft. This ensures each part of your hair gets the specific treatment it needs without risking overload at the root. Instead of following viral trends, base your routine on your hair's actual requirements. If this matrix helped you figure out your hair type, let us know in the comments which quadrant you fall into. Don't forget to subscribe for more evidence-based hair care, and we'll see you in the next one.